Check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey there, everyone, and welcome to another weekly creepypasta reading. I'm here live on twitch.tv and youtube.com. And if you want to follow both, make sure you subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. I hear you loud and clear. Hear you loud and clear. Thank you, Marshall. Thank you, Marshall. Yeah. So today we are going to be Oh. Oh man. Oh man. And there's a lot of cool things. Now, chat, and I am joined by my chat, who I'm gonna let them pick the creepypasta this time. So, here are 3 of your options. Type 1 if you want me to read Isolated written by Tia Hollow. Type 2 if you want me to read Ravenous by Michael Castillo. Michael Castillo. Or a story written by Bradley Ashman, I'm So Thirsty. So, chat, there's your picks. There are your picks right there. Oh, 3. 3. Oh, man. I'll be 3 for sure. Okay, 3 for sure. Tell us a tale about gay Martians. Andrew, I don't think you understand the assignment here. Oh God. Okay, hold on. I gotta turn off the lights for atmospheric reasons. They come from planet Hendershot. Come from planet Hendershot. Oh God. All right. Here we go. Thank you, Marshall. All right, so you guys want 3, huh? Alrighty then. Let's go for 3 then. All right, guys. Here it is. I'm So Thirsty, written by Bradley Ashman. All right. So make sure you share this with your friends. It looked like I didn't have pants. I'm wearing shorts tonight. Yes, I'm wearing the shorts. Wearing the shorts. Yes. Wearing the shorts. Probably gonna use that clip for me. Hold on. Where the fucking Nah. Oh, how about okay here? Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. Just checking, homie. All right, cool. How about I wear one of these? And it glows. All right, here it is. I'm So Thirsty. Posted August 17th. Oh, this one's like this month. Hold on, let's see. 1, 2, 3. 6 days ago. Hold up. This is just posted 6 days ago. Hell yeah. Alright. I'm so thirsty. Let's do this. I'm so thirsty. The words echoed around my head. I stood, staring at the water tumbling from the tap. I've been standing for what felt like hours, just watching it go over and over the elements of a few nights ago. The events of a few nights ago. I'd only see that homeless man twice, but each time was vividly ingrained in my memory. Both times had been unnerving, but the second time, that was downright unhinged. One, yeah, dude, one step away from a fury. You meant furry with two R's. Furry is spelt with two R's, not one. What you just spelt was fury. Alright. Alright, let's do this. Alright. Alright, so the first time had just before work. Oh god. This is probably just me at Parkside. This is probably just me typing away my journal entries at Parkside. And hold up. I am feeling rather thirsty. I'll be right back with it. Boom. Yeah, Mountain Dew. I'm a Mountain Dew boy. I'm a Dew boy. Alright. First time had been just before work. I'd been walking the last part of my usual route, earphones in, walking on autopilot. In brief silence, as the song skipped to the next one, a clattering caught my ears. Startled, I turned to find its source. In an alleyway behind a KFC, something rustled in the bins. It was the briefest of things. Okay, I cannot read with this thing on. I could not read with that thing on, Andrew, so, yeah. In an alleyway behind a KFC, something rustled in the bins. It was the briefest of things. I could just about hear it over the song that had now started up. At first, I assumed it was an alley cat diving for its dinner, but then it stood, a black bag clutched in his fist. He didn't seem to notice me watching him. He seemed far too enamored with his prize. Giddily, he raised it high above his head. Yellowing foul liquid spewed from a split in its base, splashing into his eager, excited mouth below. Small chunks of rotting God knows what dribbled down with it, catching in his beard. But he didn't seem to care. His expression was almost gleeful. I got it. Andrew, has this ever been a thing? Have you ever seen a situation such as this behind an alleyway, in an alleyway behind a KFC? Bro, this is probably something I would hope you saw when you were like a homeless dude. Oh god. Alright. Alright, here it is. Alright, gonna crack open the Mountain Dew. How crisp was that? I reflexively shuddered at the memory. blinking frantically to try and wash away the nausea it brought with it. The sound of water dragged me back to my kitchen, the crystalline twinkling as the strip lights above me filtered through it entranced me subconsciously. I've been in the same situation 3 times, so God. Subconsciously, I slipped my hand into the torrent, letting the cool droplets wash over my fingertips. For a second, I thought about cupping my hand, bringing it to my mouth. A queasy squirming in my stomach stopped that thought in its tracks as I remembered the second time. It had been worse. Way worse. God. I was nearly home, sat on the bus for the last part of my journey again. I had my earphones in, lost in my own little world. I know it's not the best thing to do on a public transport, but I need some kind of distraction. I was jolted out of it when we came to a sudden stop as the driver slammed on the brakes. Taking my earphones out, several other passengers looked around, concerned looks on their faces, all drawn towards the front window. What I saw sent a cool, chilling trickling down my spine. Hey yo, Wolf Sega. Oh God, you're not gonna do that thing where you switch fucking platforms. Like, you'll be like, no, I'm over on Twitch, man. Why are you tripping? You're not gonna fuck with me anymore, Wolf Sega? You're not gonna pull that kind of crap on me? Because it feels like you're gonna pull that crap on me. No, I'm not. You better. You better. I'm watching you, man. I'm watching you. Alright. Now here it is. He was there again. In the middle of the road. That same homeless man. The stain of bin water still fresh on his already filthy clothes. He charged around the road, movements wild and erratic, lurching left and right. He'd stagger one way, then the other, turning on a dime. You're only on YouTube? Oh, right. You better only be on YouTube. Because one of my mods is in here, and I will not hesitate to have him ban you if you keep fucking with me. If you want to fuck with me. Alright. He was hunched over, hands outstretched to the floor. I caught the briefest glimpse of gray and pink inches from his fingers. Before it was snatched up in a flurry. His hands wrapped around the thing, squeezing it tightly as he jerked it towards his face. A trickle of crimson dribbled from the corner of his mouth, an ear-splitting screech accompanying it as he bit down hard, the rat scrambling frantically between his fingers. He pulled his head back, revealing the rat again. A large portion of its back was just gone. Oh God, Andrew, you have tell me that this was probably a normal occurrence in California. More like a normal occurrence in the ghettos of some sorts. Excuse me. The homeless man didn't seem to care. To a chorus of screams from my fellow passengers, he pressed his lips to the exposed flesh again and sucked hard. All anyone could do was watch on, horrified. as the man seemed to drain every ounce of fluid from the rat, siphoning everything it had. I'm pretty sure someone behind me threw up, but I was paralyzed, my eyes locked on the disgusting scene before me. A flash of anger darted across his face as he hurled the rat the other side of the street, throwing his head back and letting out a yell. I'm so thirsty! The story is getting juicy, dog. The story? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, man. Hey, Andrew, is the stream, fucking up at all on your end? Is the screen green? Is there anything wrong? Nothing's wrong here? So, no one dared move. The bus was deathly silent. As though realization had suddenly dawned on him, the man scanned from side to side frantically, like he wasn't really sure of where he was, before darting down a side alley. An uneasy feeling spread through the bus after that. As the driver pulled away, no one dared utter a word. I think we were all traumatized by what we'd just seen. When I finally got back home, I couldn't relax. The gleeful expression of the homeless man replaying over and over in my head. I couldn't bring myself to cook. Every time I thought about food, all I could see was the gaping back of the rat. Oh, God. Don't you just hate it when that happens? I hate it when I hate it when that happens, man. Sleep didn't come easily either. I spent most of the night tossing and turning, trying to put the memories out of my mind. When I did finally manage to drop off, I had the strangest dream. I was wandering what I could only describe as an empty bog. It was dark, illuminated by the crimson moon overhead. Through its reflection, I could see the translucent waters beneath me, blood red and still. Yep, it definitely is, Andrew. It's definitely shining like a diamond in a goat's ass. Oh, yeah. With each step I took, the thin layer of water rippled outwards, going on unnaturally far. The undulations licking at my shoes. These were trees. There were trees spaced here and there, their long roots sticking up as much of the sucking up as much of the water as they could. Their trunks seemed to stretch on, climbing up and up. They were lost from sight. I couldn't make out what sat their peak, but I couldn't help the feeling of being watched. Something about them made my skin crawl, and I couldn't escape the unease that washed over me whenever I dared to glance in their direction. A series of soft chittering clicks would shatter the stillness, seeming to emerge from the trees. It was as though they were crying out. Man, this is probably what vegans would describe as trees have feelings. More like the quote that I often hear, if a tree falls in a forest when no one's around, does it dare make a sound? Yeah, This is the sound they're making. They were crying out something. Chittering clicks. They shuddered, the vibration passing like a ripple. All the way up their trunks at the sides seemed to split and more red water cascaded out. At the very edge of my hearing, I could have sworn that a low, angry grumble emanated from somewhere unfathomably high above me. The more I look at them, the more that clawing dread grew, screaming at me to tear my eyes away. Giving into it, I averted my gaze, looking down to the glassy liquid at my feet. I stared into it. I caught the briefest glimpse of movement, straining my eyes to focus. It came again. I could make out small creatures writhing within it. They danced and turned, intertwining, then separating in intricate patterns as they swarm. Man, what's this? Man, you had to be on shrooms to have these kinds of dreams. Man, I swear this is probably like 90% of my coworkers' dreams when they take drugs. I was mesmerized, watching their whirling and spinning reflected by the moonlight. The dread that had gripped me seemed to slip away, an odd sense of sincerity slowly taking its place as I watched the beautiful ballet playing out the water before me. Something about these creatures seemed to call to me, made me feel safe. Okay, I wouldn't say safe. You know, you're probably having hallucinations and you need to see a therapist. I found myself crouching down, my mouth wet with saliva. I not even noticed a small droplet falling from my lips. The only indication, it rippled as it fell, the wavelets stretching on as the dancing creatures suddenly stopped their performance. As one, they darted to it, congregating together in a small ring around where it fell. What I assumed was their heads looking up. What I assumed was their heads looking up at me. This story is scary, bro. Oh, hell yeah. It was so strange to see them so still. They all floated there, their thin, sinuous bodies watching me, beckoning me. Unthinking, I dipped my hand into the water. It was cool, pooling in my cupped hand. As I scooped them up, bringing it to my lips, I drank deep, feeling each of the creatures wiggling and writhing gratefully in my open mouth as I smiled. I snapped awake. My sheets were cold and damp, doing their best to cling to me. There was an odd metallic taste on my tongue, like I'd sucked on an old coin, but it seemed clear within a few swallows, and I thought nothing more of it. I tried to push the dream and those hideous memories to the back of my mind and just get on with my life. It's been 2 days since then. 2 god-awful days. I barely noticed it at first. It was there when I woke from the dream, just a dry trickle at the back of my throat, like when you've slept with your mouth open. I'd take a sip of water, and it would go, but within minutes, it would be back again. A part of me felt like it was a strong it was stronger each time it came back. Even if only slightly so. I just put it down to being the beginnings of a cold and try my best to ignore it, assuming it would get better in a couple days. But it just seemed to get worse. In a little over 24 hours, it had gone from an annoying tickle to a persistent, nagging pain. My tongue was tearing at the insides of my mouth with each movement. Speaking felt like an agony. My lips felt as though they were about to crack. Every time I swallowed, it felt like razors running down my throat. But no matter what I did, nothing helped. The obvious thing seemed to be to drink more water, but I'd already tried that. Back in the kitchen, the tap still ran. The words of the homeless man echoed around in my head as I stared at the rush of water billowing from it. Grappling with the memories of those encounters, I watched my water bottle filling slowly, my impatience growing as each second seemed to stretch on and on. I could barely wait until it was full before snatching it back and bringing it to my lips. The water sloshed around into my gaping mouth. I felt it coat my dry tongue and slip down my arid throat. Ravenously, I drank, emptying the bottle of its contents in seconds. The last of the icy liquid trickled from the neck, but there was no momentary relief this time. My mouth still felt just as dry. This story is brought to you by water. Remember, drink water, guys. Drink water. Turning the tap back on, I thought maybe I'd not drunk enough. Maybe I needed more. Water bottle outstretched, I watched the crystalline liquid tumbling into a sharp jet. As I turned, an odd feeling as it tumbled, an odd feeling overtook me. My mouth was so dry, so painfully devoid of moisture. But the one thing that should remedy that repulsed me. It was the same tap. It made the same sound and produced the same stream as it always had. It had been purified and it was sanitary, but may as well have been sewage run off for all I want to drink it. But I was still so thirsty. I needed to drink. Forcing it to my lips, the taste was almost rancid. The dryness burned my throat in a new flare of pain. I spat it out as though it were acid, for all it seemed to sting, half expecting it to burn a hole in the floor next to me. I tried everything. Juice, nothing. Coffee, I gagged. Milk, beer, and vinegar, more pain. Everything tasted wrong. They all had that rotten sulfurous edge. The only thing that didn't make me gag was meat juice. I come to make my dinner, opening up a packet of mince, taking out the slab of meat. I dropped it in the pan, the soft sizzle fading to nothing as I stare at the empty container in my hand. It was like my eyes had been drawn to it. The muddy red sludge sitting in the bottom, calling to me without quiet, without quiet registering what I was doing. I brought it to my nose and sniffed. The tang of iron and copper filled my nostrils. And gamer subs, bro, gotta suck down some guacamole gamer fart 6 mil. It's guacamole gamer fart 9,000. 3 zeros. And Andrew. 3 zeros. It's guacamole gamer fart 9,000. The tang of iron and copper filled my nostrils, and I coughed a little. Still, I couldn't take my eyes away. No matter how hard I tried, my thoughts kept returning to one thing. Quickly, I put the packaging to my lips and tipped it back. Meat juice? Nah, I think Meat Canyon took that with raw meat. Put the packaging to my lips and tipped it back. Sweet, mineral taste filled my mouth, thick clumps of it rolling across my tongue as the cold, congealed liquid slipped down my throat. Snapping back to my senses, the metallic taste was still fresh on my tongue. I made to retch, horrified by what I've just done. But I felt fine. Better than fine, even. I could have sworn that, for those few seconds, my thirst had ebbed away a little. Not gone, but a slight repressive at least. It was short-lived, however, as when it came back hard. It felt like I'd been chewing sandpaper. I couldn't take it anymore. My flat felt too dry, too small. I needed air. Maybe if I walked, it would go away. The thirst, it was stupid. But I was getting to the point where I would try anything to be rid of it. Grabbing my coat and earphones, I stepped out, climbing down the staircase and into the street. I was half scowling on my phone when I rounded the corner. He was in the road again, his stomach pressed flat to the ground as he frantically clawed underneath a parked car. The terrified hissing and yowling came from beneath the vehicle. A little scratched at my eardrums. They got louder and more panicked with each swipe of his hand. I watched, frozen, the memory of the rat playing around in my head as he tried to work himself under the car. All of my senses seemed to drift away. I thought I could hear an engine growl, birds tweeting overhead, but they were all muffled. I just stared at him, transfixed. Oh, he's gonna eat him. Without warning, the cat darted from its hiding place. The homeless man scrambled frantically to his feet in pursuit, grunting like a rabid animal. A blaring horn ripped through the air, screeching brakes. Then a sickening crunch, a wet thump, as his skull connected with the pavement. He didn't get back up. The homeless man laid there, body crumpled and twitching, blood pooling from his head. Everything seemed to fade away as I gawped at the scene. The sound of a woman getting out of her car, the screams of the pedestrians, they were all a million miles away. Bro, imagine you saw this. You were just in your car. You're commuting to work and you see the exact same situation. What the hell would you do? And it's like you didn't even care if you were late. I should have been horrified. I should have rushed to him or dialed 999 or something. My phone was in my hand. All I had to do was press those three little numbers. But all I could do was stand there, entranced, as I watched the blood slowly pool, soft ripples forming on its surface as he twitched. I could have sworn that for a second I saw something writhing underneath, tiny, sinuous shapes dancing in the dark, beckoning me. I couldn't help but salivate a little. Only one thought pulsed in my mind. The words slipped out before I could stop them. I'm so thirsty. Wow. Cinema. Absolute cinema. Can we agree? Absolute cinema. Holy crap. Respective authors. You know, shoutouts to Bradley Ashman. Holy crap. Alright. Tokyo Ghoul reference. Y'all. I kind of like the taste of blood. I know it is really weird. Damn, now I'm thirsty. I agree. Oh, man. Alright. Alright, yo. Alright, so I'm so thirsty. Story written by Bradley Ashman. Holy shit. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Maybe I should do another one, guys. Should I do another one? Hold up. Alright. Type 1 if I should do another one, or type 2 if I should go to bed and end the live stream. Alright. Oh, man. So let me just get some final thoughts on that. Holy crap. It did not stop me from drinking that whole Mountain Dew down until it was empty. You know? Rest in peace, cancer season. We boarded a ferry. Please help us. Hey Andrew, you still watching this? Hello? Say anything. Someone? Anyone? Uh, maybe I should, maybe I should. Maybe I should go to bed. I mean, it is like. It is like 9:12 p.m. Or maybe I can do one more. You know, it doesn't seem like that. What do you think, chat? Should I do one more? Should I do one more, chat? Come on, don't leave me hanging, chat. Should I do one more? So, what do you think I should do? Should I do one more or should I end the stream and go to bed? Maybe I should. Ugh. All right, let's do this. Oh man. Well, no one's gonna fucking. Well, no one's gonna join in. Everyone's probably just. No one's gonna join in, Jacob. Everyone's fucking in bed right now. Nobody wants to watch you. Everybody hates you. Everyone hates you. They don't love you. Nobody does. Everyone just left because you're just Whoever you are on Twitch, please say something. Hmm. I can't believe I'm about to do this. I don't if I don't get another person in here by the time the clock hits 9:30, I'll end the stream. Probably gonna fucking ban me from the Discord because nobody likes you. All I wanted was to fucking have an audience, but nobody showed us up. All I wanted was a fucking audience. Is that too much to ask for? to watch. No one wants. They even left you. I try everything. There's no one on here. Do you just want to hear me suffer all night? All they ever do is laugh at you, Jacob. They never do anything to you. Everybody fucking hates you. They all just hate you, Jacob. Nobody fucking wants to hang out with you. The only people that ever watch you are bots. Nobody. 8 minutes until I end the live stream. 8 minutes till I end the live stream. Six minutes. Four minutes left. No one's gonna show up. wish I could just. 3 minutes. No one wants to watch. Why does I forget it, Jacob? No one wants to watch. You're a terrible fucking brother, and nobody fucking likes you. Don't you ever? Why do you never show support for me, bro? Why do you never show support? Being gay. I get it, but I get it. No one cares. No one cares. I guess I should just end the stream right now. Apparently, this feels like the whole thing's laughing at me. I get it, Josh. You hate me. What? Sup, boy? Oh, hey, what's up, Drizzy? You kind of caught me at a bad time while I was just about to end the stream. No one came, and no one wanted to show their support throughout most of it. I wanted to ask if anyone would rather me read another story, because this is probably what was more popular on the internet. Turns out I was wrong. Maybe then I should just quit doing this and just delete everything. Maybe I don't have a fucking audience. Maybe they just hate me all. Maybe I hate myself for everything. I just hate everybody. I hate myself. Why do I even do this? Why do I even fucking do this? And you're probably gone. I'll just go on a raid and end the stream already. Yep, just knew it. Just like that, they're gone. Everyone's gone. My stream should just end right now. Maybe I should kill myself. But who do I raid? I should probably go to the applesauce. Yeah. Goodbye, audience of no one. I'll never see anyone of you again because apparently I'm just terrible at that point.